So. So, let's start with some warm-up. Arm swinging. You can make a fist and then go like this way, and try to zoom behind your body. Okay, just a little bit, 10 times always. Okay, now we start with some Qigong already. Okay, we go to the neutral stance, and then like holding a ball, we breathe in, the ball becomes bigger, and out. Okay, now we go to this way, and toes point this way also. Now we open up, and goes back, breathe in, and breathe out. And breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in, and breathe out. Very important is to keep the upper body straight, knee in, falling back, and go back. Okay? Now I make the ball bigger, breathe in, and breathe out. And breathe in again, and breathe out. And breathe in, and out. So I go to neutral. Now I try to open up and shift one side. So I go to this side and open up and close again. Okay, so my weight is on my left leg now. Now I go to the right one and back. So breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in, breathe out. And okay, now we try the other side. So I start right side and then go to left side. Go back. Opening is let air come in. And closing, press the air out. And out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Last time. Okay, so now we go up and down, left and right, left, up and down now. Okay? So imagine you have two little balls, 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram. Try to feel the weight of the ball. Okay? So now try to lift it up and breathe in. And they disappear, you relax, breathe out. Okay? And when it goes up, you breathe in, and now breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. So notice my legs are not straight, right? It's always bent a little. So when I go up a little bit, but not straight up, okay? It's always bent. Okay, so breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and out. Okay, so I go up outside, I go down inside. Now I go up inside, I go down outside. Okay? So two ball becomes one. Tai Chi ball. Okay? And it's very heavy. So it pulls you down a little bit. So try to lift up and breathe in. And disappears and you relax with the arm. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now your muscle have intention and now the tension is gone. And now you activate your muscle, push up imaginary weight, and then you let it go. Okay? So now, when we do Qigong, we always imagine something, a resistance. So we make the resistance up with mind, with your intention, with your focus. And that's the difference. So if we do the wall push, we try to do the wall push down, okay? We can combine it with the normal arm exercise. So now I'm here, I go back, and now I push. Okay, normally the arm is in a circle. Okay? It's very hard to feel the circle in the beginning. So now we make it straight line, alright? So now I go back a little bit, and now I push. Okay, I do not push like this. So push with your shoulder now. Elbow down. So push with your latissimus, your back muscle, and your leg. And they are together much stronger than only the shoulder muscle. Okay? And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now collect energy, breathe in. And release energy bit by bit, breathe out. And if you push, imagine there is someone who resists you and try to push him, but slowly, alright? And we try the other side. So, now, and breathe out. And breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. So normal again. Now we try to do a plank, okay? If your floor allows you to do a plank, do a plank now. So go to the push-up position and just stay there. Do not try to recollect the feeling which muscle is feeling, okay? It's activated. So now I go in a little bit with my elbow, okay? And try to remember which muscle you are using now. So now we're standing up and try to activate the same muscle without the gravity pulling you down. Try to activate the power not against the gravity like this, but in this way. But there is no resistance now. Because if you do a plank, the resistance is your own weight, gravity pulling you down. You push against it. But now, in the air, there's no weight. There's no resistance. But can we also activate the muscle? And that is where you focus. That is where the shadow boxing comes in also. There is no target, but can I punch through? And then there's focus. Otherwise, you have to always make a punching bag or something. But you can do it when you really use brain to activate the muscle. We will do it now very slowly. So I push here, like the plank, and I activate the muscle, and I move without moving. Alright? And breathe in, and breathe out. So feel the tension in your back and your leg. Alright? And do not straight up your leg. If it is straight, there is no tension in your tension already released. Alright? So the other side we try it also. So normally you can do it also at home. Push a wall, try to push the wall away. Alright? And then you go back one step and try to do the same thing without the wall. In Tai Chi, we use it to do it in the park and try to push away a tree. And you cannot push away a tree, a big tree. You drive a car against the car is gone and the tree is still there. So it's try to train your root, right? The root and the combination from the power to the root and then back again. Okay? So it looks like I'm doing nothing, but actually there's a lot of tension in the muscle here, and then goes from the back, and then elbow, and then, okay, but it's not shoulder, it is more like all the back muscle and the leg together, just like a punch. So it travels here and then goes out. The mechanic of punching and power release is very similar. So now we do the 24 section form, solo, stationary, and then after we do the pushing hand. Okay? Now hopefully there is no technical difficulties. Otherwise, you just comment if there were any problem like last week. Okay? So, okay, the first section we can begin like this. And then I pull my weight to 50-50, and then now 100% here. And then now 50-50 back again, and then now 100% here again. Okay? Without leaning sideways and tilting and whatever. Just try to stay straight and try to feel the tension, how they move from one leg to the other leg. Okay? So now try to pull up this leg again. So now 50-50, and then pull up this leg. Without, like this. And like this. So try to keep the dantian always at the same level. Okay? So your leg muscle and your core muscle will do the work. Okay? So, and now breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and out. So here it's also core training. I go to the bended knee position, and then breathe in, I go up a little bit, but knee still not straight, and then go down a little bit again, and then up again, and down again. Now up to the middle, and down, and up to the shoulder, and down. Okay? Power goes there and there. Qian, heaven and earth. Okay? So now second, the wild horse. I can do it stationary first, like this. Now I go to the middle, and then and middle again, and this, and middle again, and this, and middle again. So now, turning on the heel still, right? Do the shifting right? So now, toes into the front, and toes to this direction. So I breathe in, collect energy, breathe out, release energy. Breathe in, and breathe out. So now I go diagonal, like this, and I turn. Now I go like this. Now I turn to the other side. So this is the crane open swing. Like this. So I'm in the center. This hand travels this way, this hand travels this way. And then I'm crossing and go to the left. weight is on the right leg, so I can kick with the leg left. Now I go to the middle again, and then I switch, I cross. Now I can kick with this leg. Alright? And one more time. So next section. Push. I push 55 degrees, alright? And this collect energy within, and this releasing energy breathes out. The collecting energy again, and release energy. Okay, we can also do a step. Also the second part, we can also do it with a step. Okay? So now when we're here, we can do both sides of the fifth section. So we pull both and the leg, and now the left leg into the front. So again, and pull, and leg switch. Alright? So my upper body is not moving, but my leg is rebalancing itself. So I pull the other side, like this, and then like this, right? So, and 1, 2, and go back again, and 1, 2. Okay, then you will go back, and we will go to section 6. Section 6, we do first stationary also, only arm movement. So we're here, we go back, look at the backhand, and swing to the front. And look at the backhand, and swing to the front. Alright? Here, breathe in, and push, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe in, and out. So, this way. Okay, so we do the footwork, only footwork now. So I have here elbow and knee touching, and then you go back. And then you have elbow, knee touching, and then you go back. And again, and again. So then no space in the living room anymore, you can try the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So the weight is actually like this without hand. Defense, go back. So kick comes in, defense, go back. Defense, go back. Okay? Can also be used in other stuff, but now only this. Now with hand movement together, only 2 steps. So here, now I watch the backhand to the front, elbow and knee touching, and then I go back. And I look at the other hand, and I go back. Okay, so other side, start with the right, and backhand, and 1, and 2. Okay? So 7, 8 is almost only stationary. So, hang, lü, ji, an. Now I have here, hang, lü, ji, an. So now, without the step, only center and then turn, push, go back, pull, and up, push. Okay, center yourself, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, Okay. Now this is actually the 9 and the 11 because both are single whip. So we don't only do single whip but both sides now, stationary, alright? So I go to the cloud hand and then now I close here and single whip to the left. Now I go back to cloud hand, I close here, single whip to the right. And then again. Here I breathe out, right? So actually here when I'm preparing, I can breathe in and out, but when I close like this, breathe in and out. So one more time. Breathe in and out. And now here this way, breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. Okay, so now the real part of cloud hand and cloud feet actually comes. Okay, in the original you were here and then you walk to the left, and then you never walk to the right. But actually you also can go to the right. That's not important. We only do the same side, hand and leg lift, and the same side. Alright, it's like this. Same side, same side. Okay, I can also go cross side, but now I go same side. So I here, and then left leg standing, so right up, and then I go down, and then on left side up, I go down again, right side up, and okay. So then actually you go from here like this, 1, 2, 3, and then you go to single whip. And then from the single whip, you go to the Gautama, or the white snake, many different names. So when we're here, I'm actually doing a hook-like motion, like this, bang, and then I go to the straight punch, like this. Okay? So now I do one side only. So the hook and the stab, finger stab. Alright, actually can be used in many different ways. Push, stab, palm strike, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's only the body mechanic that matters. Like right shoulder, and then now the left shoulder. You see the shoulder, these 2 points, they rotate. That's the most important thing, okay? 1 and 2. And then last time 1 and 2. Now I go to the other side. I can do it to the front. Look. Now I collect and stand. And I collect again and stand. So the left shoulder and right shoulder. So you see the left shoulder, right shoulder. Okay? So now in the form also you have a transition movement, but we don't have that. We just do the kicks now, and then we build in the double wing to the ear. Alright? So I go to here bend the knee position, feet together, and then I go up with crossed hands and one leg up. And then I make a circle with the hand, and then another leg up. So I make the circle now, and I look my left side, and then I kick. Okay? Make sure the leg this time is really straight, and pull out the toe. So the calf muscle are also being pulled. Alright? And activated. So now the other side, and like this. Okay? So if you don't feel comfortable with your balance, you can try to do it a little bit higher but actually we don't do it higher than the stomach. You know, many masters they do like very high, like they will pay in ballet, but actually not necessary. Alright? So the standing leg also not straight. It's very important. Alright? Here I breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Okay, now I do the down rolling like this with one leg in the front. I go like this one and to the front and back and to the front. You can do it with open hand. We do it usually with fist. Alright? And this side to the right leg, yeah, and bam. Okay, 1, 2. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we make the circle. First I make the big circle, but it's not necessary, just so you can see the circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now other way, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So I make this circle. See? But I can make this big circle and I make a small circle. So it's easier to begin and go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 techniques, or many techniques, 4 positions. So 1, the Fu. Okay? And then this one, and then the Dulibu. Okay? There are many different techniques. That's for the flow of the circle. So I'm here, I stand on the same leg, hand switch, and I go back with this leg. Actually, this one is also, this one, if I kick here, I do this, and I still get kick and kick here, I do this, and I kick to the other leg. So this is a closing action. I close, and then I open up, this is a potential kick. And I go like this, potential slow, and potential kick or knee. And then here, and down, and circle and up. Very easy, okay? So the next one is actually the same push, only not like Liu Xi. Liu Xi, I go to the knee here, the knee. But now I go for some, you know, like a high kick or hook, an upper block counter, okay? So I go like this, or leg, and I go the other way, or leg, and then go this way, or leg, and I'll go this way. Okay? So now I do the 8, with the needle in the seat, and then I'll go back with the left leg. And I go back, and now I'll go back with the right leg. Okay? So it's like this, you see? 1, 2. And then now my arms on the right side, right upper side, I go down to the left lower side, and I retreat my weight from the left standing leg. So I can pull an opponent like this. Or if I already have an armbar, okay? That's the use of framework. Exactly the same as in judo and jujutsu. I go like this, and then I can go for a throw, whatever. Alright? Because I cannot pull like this and go to the front. This is also a possibility because you can switch and kick in. But now for beginners, it's easier to go with in energy and not block in energy because you're trying too much technique. Alright? And you'll see this looks very similar like, you know, like Aikido or whatever. They also use the center line rotation because it's the same idea, same concept. So this is the concept of softness. Okay? So now the spear, the lancer, or I have to make a break and then we continue. same like this upper block contact. Only this one I stand cross, left hand, right leg. Alright? But now I go with the left leg into it. So you see, the mechanic is the same, only longer. But the energy is traveling in my left hand only further away. And that's what I said, if you're here without leaning further, without moving leg, then you lose balance. But if you're here and then opponent is retreating, you walk. Okay? And then you walk, and then you hit him with your feet. Okay? So now here, one, short, long. And then go back. And short, and long. And you go back. And breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. And breathe in. Okay? Now we do other side. So now the right hand is attacking, left hand is like block, and the right hand arm attack like this. Or like this. You can move to the side, and then comes like this. It's also the same idea. Okay, because the leading hand and the leading leg moving at the same time. Alright? So I go like this. And the big one. And breathe in. Short. And breathe in. Big. Breathe in. Short. Breathe in. Big. Okay? So now Lancer, and after that, because many techniques we do only with one side in the form, in the form this end with like this, and then now I go to like this, only one back fist, but now we make two back fists, okay? But first we make a circle, so you're here, and then we make like circle, but watch my legs, hand only destruction. You see? The weight, and then weight is also moving down. I go deeper in the knee, and then I go up, and then I go deeper in the knee again. You see? And then I go here, deeper in the knee, and then up again. And then deeper in the knee, and up. And deeper in the knee again. Okay? So now I go like this, and then the left hand overtake the right and down in the both stands with weight into a back fist. Now I loose, okay, loose, relax, and then the other side. Bam. Okay? Here I breathe in and release, breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Okay? So now, starting from the right back fist, we have the hammer fist. They're actually both, this is one section, all called Balantre, because this is bang, the upper attack, and then he blocks, and then I go to a lower attack. 1, 2, that's Balantre. It's like this actually, but with train 2 section, okay? So you have the back fist, then you open up, and then left to the front, and then you park down. Alright? I still, because we're doing neutral and high key, so we give the neutral names, you know, like park down, like park down, like this. Upper and lower, doesn't matter. So I have this, one, go back, and hit, okay? Again, and open, and hit. Okay, we can try also the other side. You go for the left back fist, and you go up. And the right hand is now doing the pump, and I walk with the right leg and left hand hit. Okay, again, bam, bang, bang. Okay? Hit and bang. Okay? And hit and open and close. So we can do it also as a far exercise. One of the first, because it's easy, the other one's not so easy, you get it wrong very easily. So this hit is really just a hit, so that's why easy to learn, right? So I do to the front, open and then far, open and then far. So you see, my weight is not on the leg, and then weight in, and then bang and punch. Like you're here, and then you go to this standing leg, and then the punch comes in, alright? 正脚, the vibrating foot or stamping or whatever, right? It's bringing you weight, bringing you center, and getting more power. So like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can also 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2, 1. Wait. This. Okay? Other side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Go to front. So we go back and collect and then hit. Collect, hit. Collect, hit. Alright? Collect, hit. Can also use other technique, but at the same space we pass and travel. Like this. And then hit. Okay? And then 1, 2. 1, 2. So up, down. Right? Up, down. Almost look like Gong or whatever, yeah, because they fight very similar when you fight with sword, knife. Okay? So now actually you go to like the arm again, but I cross my hand, crossing and go to the arm. And then you can cross again and arm again. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay? Do the other leg. Inside leg. So you have this. All this is doesn't matter. You just cross your hand, go down to a hip level, and then you push to the chest level, and then you go back again to the closing, but it's actually not closing. 无缝之地 looks like close, but it's not close. Right? Like this, and then go down, and then actually you're opening up, you're not closing. So it's a tricky one. Alright? So now, if you've done this, we center ourselves and go to the water stuff. So imagine you're doing the beginner level, very basic strongman training. So they have this ball thing, the stone ball, which also exists in the Chun style Tai Chi, with the stone ball Tai Chi ball training. Also very similar training, because of our core training. So I'm not using like this, and then I pull the stone up like this to break your back. Alright? With the real heavy ones, they also go like this, and then now they go to the horse stance. And then they bring up the stone like this. So they're using the spine vertically, not to break it, and then use your leg. You use the biggest muscle of your body, okay? So that's why when we go down like this, my upper body is straight, and then I go up again. Alright? And breathe in, and breathe out. And breathe in, and breathe out. And breathe in again, and out. So the closing, 收式, is like if you're coming out of the swimming pool like the supermodel, and then push up like this. Okay, not necessary, you can, use the ladder or whatever. But now, if you've done this, and you go feet together again, and now when we do stationary, we use the neutral stance also. So I go like this, and I push myself out of the water. So again, and so here I breathe in and I breathe out. So imagine if you do partner training, here is the resistant arm of the partner, and you do not like this, but you keep the arm here and your body go up. But at the same time you press down, right? Okay? So now we go to the pushing hand. So we start with our basic circle. So the right leg up to the front. Alright, like this. On the other hand, we call it the beard in German fencing, or the Wu in Chun. Here it's not exactly at my chin, but somewhere between elbow and chin. So my cover like here. No? So I go back, looks like palm, and then I go to the push, and then I'm back again. And when I do the push, I do not go too much to the front. Do not lean in, but keep the balance. If you cannot reach it, you walk later. Okay? But now you do not walk, you do stationary. Also to feel the maximum range of you pushing or punching or whatever is very important. Otherwise you measure wrong and then you go in like this, and then miss, and then you follow and hit or whatever. Okay? So here, very important thing is balance. So I go in like this, and then it's enough, it's enough. If I want to go bigger, I have to make wider stance, but actually not so healthy. So we do it only like this, small circle, okay? And like this. And breathe in, breathe out. In, out. In, out. So, the other side, if you do it a little faster, it's okay, but not too fast like this. There's no use, alright? But you can use the natural breathing also. So I breathe in here, and breathe out here. So it's not always the back action is breathing in, and the front action is breathing out. Sometimes many actions breathing in, ba ba ba, and then many actions breathing out, ba 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 ba. Alright? That's why natural breathing is very important. So the second one is the flip-flop. We call it, so the hand, the palm is actually flipping downward and upward. Alright, like this. And then my shoulder. Alright? So I go to the side first. Right side. And then go back like this. And you see this one is rotating, like a spiral, like a sword. And then stab. Right? It's not to stab with your finger, you break your finger, it's a sword exercise, but without the sword. But you should train your body and not to stab like this with a sword, but to learn like this. If you go further, go like this, and then you have steps like this, and not be me, right? Sometimes we do, but always go like this, back, forward. So the first one I push with the palm, like this. Now I stab with the finger. That's important, right? And if you close the finger, you have actually a jab. Alright? Because this is where you knuckle pointing. And many techniques I do with open hand, look like this. And then I do with close hand and then look like boxing. Okay? So, like this. So the other side. So back is palm up, and forward is palm down, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So my upper body also moving like this, you see? It's not just leaning and out. You have to change also. Very important. So the third one is the finger step vertically, and then you go to the Wu. And now the turning is even more important. We turn ourselves, because actually, if you really do it in the air, you actually just do this. But you have to imagine someone's defending and parry, you strike, and then now he strikes back and I have to go. I have to go back in my cover. So that's why we're turning all the time. Okay? But now, with Corona, a lockdown, you will train alone at home, you do it yourself, the circle, right? So I start vertically and look my upper shoulder and they hit this 4 points. This is called a frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or the door in Chinese. It's the same thing in Jiu-Jitsu or whatever, just a different kind of using. And then now I go back and turn my frame. And then I have to turn my knee. I have to turn everything to turn my frame. Okay? And 1, 2. And 1, 2. And 1, 2. And 1, 2. Also the weight thing, alright? Very important. Okay, some people they don't lift their toe. It's okay. You don't have to, you know. But so just our way, because then I feel the weight in my rear leg more intensively. All right, and I don't go up like this. Actually, I'm still on the ground with the heel, and that's important. All right. So upper body is still rotating in, rotating out. No, rotating in, rotating out. Okay? So now the AB, the up and down, so the up circle first, and then the down circle. You can do counterclockwise and clockwise. So the first circle, I start like this, I go for the head, and he defends, and then now he goes for the body shot. I go for the head, and he goes for body. Head, body. Head, body. Head, body. Like this. Like this. Okay? This. Or you go for the defense first, and then go for the head. For 1, 2. So you have this kind of circling. Right? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, now he comes for the head. I defend, I go for a body shot. Right? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You have 1, 2. Like this. 1, 2. Turn, defend, slip, whatever you call it, and then counter. So the other hand, you see, I go for head first, and then defend to the body. Head attack, body defend. Okay, now I go the other way around. Now he defend head, body for the strike. And 1, 2. I do 5 times every direction, every side. You can do more or less. It's not important. Important is to do it both sides. Alright, so you train both sides of the brain. The last one is with walking. We start with a simple exercise with the arm like doing like this, and then go back like this. And like this, and go back like this. And in the tan, you go down to the gun, and then you go back to the palm strike actually you strike, okay? So you go for the left, there's a secret bone, and then you go through the thumb again. And 1, and 2. So I'm making a circle, really easy, okay? So the other hand, start with a palm strike, boom, okay? And then you go down and then up. And then you go down and then up. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I bring in the weight and the step. So I walk with the rear leg now first. Okay, the both sides possible, but I only do rear leg now. So now I go for like this, or punch, and I walk with the left leg, and 1, and defense walk back, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. Okay, other side. So you see here. So I go in for a punch, like this, and I go back and even. Okay, punch is a very bad example because actually sword fighting or spear fighting often go for the circle. Okay? So, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. Actually, you do this. Alright? But there is no pattern right now, so I do both circles. Okay, so now we do some basic double pushing hand. Double pushing hand may look like very complicated. You have stuff like this, you have this, and then you have the cross, and then this again, and then cross again, and then this, and then cross again. But actually, if you do it first in the solo form, then you can do this, the side switch, and then switch, and then switch again, and then switch again, push, and then switch. Because you can do both circles now, because you're using 2 hands, not 1 circle. But now we're just doing like a middle kind of motion. Just do a circle here, and then now do the circle other way around. Now do it with open hand, and the other way around. So now I stay in the neutral stance, and then I go like this. Now I go the other way. Okay? So just like our boxing exercise, we do it systematically. If you do your boxing like this, both are jab. If you go back with one leg and do both jab, the second one cannot reach, so you have to do more body movement. So you have the lead and then the rear. And the rear always becomes bigger. Then the lead, the rear, lead, rear. But actually both the same movement if you do it in the neutral circle by the standing. Okay? There is no jab and cross now because my frame is fixed. But if I do like this with my frame, one becomes jab, one becomes cross. And then you switch and they change and becomes alive and whatever. Right? Like yin yang. So now also we do the same circle but with one foot in the front and one foot in the rear. So now I'm not like this, but this foot to the back, and then now I have this. So this very simple, alright? Like this. And then I go back, and then I go into the double push, and I go back again. He defends and deflect me. Now he comes with a push like this, and then I go like this, and I'm pushing him. Just this, okay? This is the first level of double pushing hand. Double hand and pushing hand. Okay? And then now I can change the circle. I'll push from this side, and he deflects me. Now we push like this. This thing I rotate out, and then I come back on this side. Okay? So now to the front. So there is no difference anymore between the left side and the right side for the arm, because I did both circles, one to the left and one to the right. But there is a difference for the leg, because I was standing with the right leg in the front. Now I'm standing with the left leg in the front. But I do the same again. So 1, 2, I did 5, I think. Now switch to the other side. Okay? And it's very hard to explain what happens in this part of the exercise. So we leave it out now, and we explain in the tutorial, and then do it later. But those who have already did it, they can try to switch the leg and the direction like this, and then go back, and then go to the push, and then the other side, go back, push, go back, and push. Okay? So we can also do the push hand with cloud hand. If you do it like this in a neutral stance, it looks like this, right? So if I go back with one leg, you have this one. Go back and then. Alright, just a flow exercise. Okay, there is no striking anymore. Actually there is striking, but not direct striking anymore. Alright, we go back and to the front. I can also go back like this and this to the front. So now you see I hit with this hand. I go to the front, and I defend with that hand. So bam, 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 like this. But if I go all the way around like this, I hit with this hand, so bam, 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 bam. So that's different, okay? You just, that's why Tai Chi is a motion concept to help you understand your body, what is possible with your body to do, okay? So now the left leg, I go to this second, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I go to the outer circle, and you can have a far right here, and you can have two right here, elbow right here, and elbow right here. But everything is following the flow, alright? And that's why flow is very important. If the flow is good, you can combine techniques like that. So I'm here, bam, 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 bam. And then I'm here, bam, 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 bam. It's the same. My frame moves the same way. But without punching, sometimes you don't have the optical signals. Alright? But it's not always about fighting, it's about moving, living, not about hurting each other. Okay? Because we discovered through hurting each other for a very long time the basic concept of motion inside of fighting, and that is Tai Chi. Okay? You have stuff like this, I can do like this, to the uppercut, right? Or I can do to, make my hip and spine healthier, so I don't get ill, I don't go to the doctor, I don't go to the hospital. Alright? If you do deadlift like this a lot, very bad for your back. So maybe a little bit turning, a little bit pushing in, very healthy. Okay, so next week we go with Chun and then Tai Chi. Alright? Hmm?